Hi guys, it's your favorite doctor, Dr. Bashir, and here I am again. I want to discuss a very important topic today, a topic that we often forget to discuss and everybody seems to know it, but most of the time we do it wrongly. The topic is how to brush your teeth. Yes, you heard that right, how to brush your teeth. So this is a very important topic that we need to discuss because I see a lot of people making mistakes.
But before we go ahead, I want us to discuss some very wrong brushing habits that people engage in, because it's very important to know what is wrong in order to move from there and move to what is right. So I'll be discussing these seemingly unimportant aspects of our brushing habits that are wrong. The first one is that most people only brush the front teeth. They are only concerned about the front teeth. They concentrate on the front teeth. Once they put their paste on their brush, all they do is to brush the front teeth, and that is wrong. Every tooth in your mouth has to be brushed. In fact, every surface that has a tooth has to be brushed in your mouth. So don't only brush the front teeth and say you have brushed. That's the first one. The second one is most people, or some people, let me say, only brush the buccal aspect of the teeth. What do I mean by that? These outside surfaces you are seeing, the ones you are seeing outside, those are what we call the buccal surfaces of the mouth. If you open your mouth, the inner surfaces, they are called the lingual surfaces. So most people, what they do is, once they have their paste, they only brush the outside of the mouth without brushing the inner aspects. And as I said before, every surface of the tooth has to be brushed. The third one is some people brush and they will say they are not satisfied until they see blood coming out of their mouth. If there is no blood, that means they have not brushed well. That is very wrong. In fact, you are not supposed to brush and see blood. Once you put a brush in your mouth and blood starts coming out, that means there is something wrong with your gum. So brushing until you see blood is a wrong way of brushing. And the last one is, once you have brushed all your teeth and you forget or you intentionally ignore to brush your tongue, that means you have not brushed. As far as brushing is concerned, brushing involves brushing your teeth, every surface, inner, outer, then brushing your tongue. That is the last aspect of brushing. So having discussed the wrong methods of brushing, having gotten those ones out of our way, so I think we can now dwell more on the right methods of brushing so that we can get to the real meat of what we are discussing today. So now let's go into discussing how to brush properly. Now, there are many various techniques that are described in the textbooks in which you can brush. There is the brass method, there is the modified brass method, there is the rose method, the vertical method, and the shattered method. Various methods that are described in the textbooks. But the one we are going to be discussing today is the one that is universally acceptable, the one that is universally recognized as the best way to brush, and that is the modified brass method. Now, let's get into it. Let's assume this is your mouth. This is a model. Say this is your mouth, and this is your brush. Don't forget, this brush is not the real brush. You can see the areas are frayed already, but this is just for demonstration. So I still have a separate video where I'll discuss the type of brushes and the best brushes you can use to brush your mouth. So better click on that notification button now so that when the video is up, you'll be the first to be notified. So let's go ahead with the brushing techniques. So these brushing techniques, this is your brush, so you put your paste on it. Now you angulate your brush at 45 degrees. Now there is a space here between your teeth and your gum where they meet, that interchange between them, that is where you place your brush at angle 45 degrees. So a standard brush length will cover like 3 to 4 teeth at a time. So you can cover in your mouth maybe 3 or 4. Now once you cover that, so at angle 45, then you roll it around those teeth, then you move it away from the gum. Do it away from the gum 2 to 3 times per area. You roll it, you move away, then you move forward, take another 3 teeth, you roll it, you move away from the gum, you roll away from the gum for the other one, then on this side. So you do that around here. Then for the lower, that means you are moving from down up. For the upper, you are moving from up. You are moving away from the gum. That is the essential thing, moving away from the gum. Now once you do the outside, for this is the buccal surface. Now don't forget, I said it's important you move to the inner surface, which is the lingual aspect. So as you do for the outer aspect, you do for the inner aspect too. So you move in angle 45. So in your mouth, it's very easy to do. So you move angle 45, you roll it, you move away, you move away. Now after doing that, That is the first thing. Now, if you look at your tooth, you see that these ones at the back, they have large surfaces, that is hollowed somehow, you can see. So that means there is a tendency that food will be getting stuck inside these spaces. Now, you have to brush it too. You have to brush them. So take your brush, place this on this one at the posterior aspect, you brush them, the up and the down. If you look at the one in the front, they are flat. They have flat, so there is nothing that can stay there. So the back and forth, that one way. Well, for the back, for the ones at the back, you have to intentionally brush the surfaces. Very, very important. So after brushing those ones, the next thing is to brush your tongue. Just like I said, you have not finished brushing until you brush your tongue. Now, brushing your tongue is a soft tissue, so it's not as hard as your tooth. So you don't apply the same force that you apply on brushing your teeth to your tongue. It's very important. So you take your brush gently from the back forward, very, very important. And better still, if you have a tongue scraper, which is very important, so just use your strength instead of your brush. Your tongue scraper can brush your tongue for you very effectively. But if you don't have access to that, you have your brush. You must brush your tongue after brushing your teeth. That is the way to completely brush your mouth. It's very, very important to do that. So the major importance of this method is, one, as you place your toothbrush, you angulate it at 45. So as you are moving around, some of this stuff will be entering part of your gum, then taking out those dirt that are inside, that are stuck inside. So we call it the free gingival spaces that are here. They are a little bit free. They are not completely free. So sometimes when you eat, food gets stuck there. So if you use this method, you are taking it out. That's number one benefit. The second benefit is that as you are rolling your tuft around the tooth and the gum, you are massaging the gum. You are allowing blood flow to flow freely, meaning you are creating an healthy gum once you do that. So that is a very important aspect, and that is good for the gum to be very healthy. So as you are removing dirt from your gum, you are massaging the gum, that is making it to receive more blood flow and making it healthy. Then you are still, as you are moving it around, the tuft of your brush will enter these spaces. We call them interdental spaces. That is the space between one tooth and the other, that push out any dirt that is stuck inside. So it's very essential. It's a very good method, and it's scientifically proven to be the right method to brush. So now you have completely brushed your teeth. Now, having completely brushed your teeth, the next thing is that your brush, you have to wash it two ways. You can wash it over a running water, which is the best way anyways. So once you do that, you make sure there is no remnant of your paste on it. Or if you don't have access to running water, you can use your hand and make sure there is no, just wash it very well. So after washing it very well, now there are some brushes that have cover, that comes with cover. Please, after using your brush, it's not advisable to cover the brush again. Put it in a dry place, put it upside down, upright like this. Let it dry so that there is no room for bacteria to accumulate or to stay. A dry environment is not healthy for bacterial accumulation, but when you put a cover there, you are making the place moist, and bacteria can still stand there. Then the next time you go there and put it in your mouth. So it's very important to understand that. Keep it in a very dry place. Keep it upward like this. So thank you for watching my video. That will be all for today's edition. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, put on the notification button so that when I drop my video, you see them. And make sure you comment corrections, advices. Then if you have any topic in mind that you want me to discuss, please put it on the comment section, and I'll be glad to do that. Thank you so much. See you.